What's up, everybody? Teeeker here. Today, the time machine is going to take us back to 1984, and we're going to unbox a Optimus Prime from the Transformers. Now, obviously, this is not a real Gen 1. I picked this up on Ollie's Express. Not Ollie's, the wholesale place, but Ollie's Express. It was pretty cheap. Would have been really cheap if with the shipping. But we're going to unbox it, and we're going to see if it's anything like the original. Let's check it out.
Let's get it on!
What's up, everybody? Teeeker here. As usual, it's pretty hot in South Carolina. I got 7 fans and 4 dehumidifiers running. But today we're going to look at a retro remake of the 1984 Optimus Prime. This is from Ollie's Express, which is overseas, kind of like Temu type thing. Not Ollie's, the wholesale place. But as I've inspected this box, I can't even find a date where it was actually made. It literally says 1984. You can see it without the glare right there. So, uh, um, I don't know if this is the one they sell, like on Amazon or in America. I have no clue. It looks to be pretty much the exact same thing as the original Optimus Prime. We can thank my brother. He had the Optimus Prime. I know why he didn't let me play with it because I'm the one who probably broke that off the stack right there. We're going to open her up. We'll get a little verses here, but I don't expect a whole lot of differentiation. Again, I can't even find anything, but it says 1984 Hasbro Bradley Company, made and printed in Japan. So, I mean, it's got the original file card, and it looks just like the original box from what I remember as a little kid. I'm kind of surprised at how good a condition it came in. A lot of times when you order stuff from Ollie's, it comes like they were using it like a soccer ball. So we're going to open her up. We'll see what the differences are, if any at all. This is not quite as painful to open, but still a little painful.
This, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Put that over there. And again, Optimus was my brother's as a kid. And we both had Megatron. Got your instruction book right there. Or if it says 1984 in it also. And the most ingenious thing in all the world right now is people literally are making the exact same toys over and over, and they're selling them for 10 times what they used to cost. And right in there, it also says 1984. So, not sure when they actually started redoing these. We got our sticker case. I'm not going to put the stickers on. Those are usually for the truck trailer anyway. Go ahead and put the instructions back in here. All right, got a little car that goes in the back. Pull her out. It's in there, I'll tell you that much. Little things you didn't know as a kid. Like there's holes in the back. I don't know if those holes in the back are going to make a difference. I'm really trying not to destroy the star phone here. Holy crap. I feel like I'm going to punch a hole in the side of the truck. They definitely made it where it wasn't going to move around and rattle in this package. Good grief. I'm breaking the freaking thing trying to get it out of the package. God mighty. Wow. All right. Styrofoam blowing everywhere. Well, it appears it's the exact same thing. Wheels feel a little tighter on the original one. The front compartment opens up right there. That's where you'd stick the hands and all that, if I remember correctly. So, one thing about the original Transformers, they were easy to transform, and they didn't feel like junk. A lot of the new ones my son has, they are not easy to transform, and they feel like junk. The arms flip out. It comes right around. There's actually a little tab right there. Right on the original one. Again, this is an Ollie's Express overseas model. I'm not anticipating the greatest of craftsmanship here. You know, a lot of stuff's pretty loose on here. So we'll transform our original Optimus Prime. Like, you know, this is much stiffer. It feels much sturdier. And this is 40-something years old. Say that, I don't want to break nothing here. All right. All right, original Optimus has apparently, I don't know the term is, dry rotted would mean it would be kind of broke, but his arms are not coming out, and I'm not pulling on them too much more because I don't want to snap them off. But again, it does feel a lot sturdier than the actual newer one. And again, this is 40-something years old. Let's see. And I know the original Transformers probably came a little more shrink wrapped. This is literally in a Ziploc bag. I always wondered where his trailer went in the cartoon when he transformed. I don't know if we got his hands. We're going to put those on. And even though this one won't open up right, and I don't want to pull on it, That should do fit. So we're going to go ahead and put his gun in one hand. And I never noticed as a little kid that those arms won't go much further than that. Grief. No wonder why nobody has a gun. You can't put it in his hand and put it together. I feel like these aren't the guns that I feel like they were different guns back in the day. Seeing as we can't find any of ours, and they definitely didn't make these to actually go in the hands because you gotta like turn them sideways to get them to go in here. About as good as the guns go in the hand right there. Again, the exact same chassis and everything. It just feels a lot cheaper. Let's open up the trailer. Supposed to always so. Must be childproof. Good grief. I got a little things right there to steady it. We'll go ahead and open up the original one, which is not nearly as hard to open, which we actually did have most of the pieces. Again, this is my brother's. I don't ever remember having the missiles. The little car right here. Yeah, the spring obviously doesn't work in that anymore. I feel like the original one, there was supposed to be a hose with this little little piece right here. I actually got my little thing to go onto that, like for a gas area. So yep, the exact same thing, both little cars. So we got missiles. I don't know how they shoot. On the sides, they shoot pretty good. All right. So now all the hardcore Transformer people are about to have a heart attack because I'm about to put these missiles that were made very recently in this 1984 one. Let's see what happens. They shoot fine. These missiles are probably going to stay in here. So nobody watching this have a heart attack and send me hate mail or anything. Move Optimus out of the way here. So literally, this is the exact same model. It just appears to be built a little cheaper. I said, cars are the exact same. We'll go ahead and come to the front view here in a second so we can see everything a little better. All right, so now we can get a closer look. The remake, and again, I don't know how long ago this remake happened. I imagine the last 2 or 3 years. But everything is pretty much the exact same. Again, that the 40 years of time have made it where I don't really want to pull on Optimus a whole lot. But everything else is pretty much the exact same. Like I said, the missiles shoot right off in the old one, shoot off in the new one. But if you're just in it, be to unbox it and check it out. It's pretty inexpensive on Ollie's. The biggest issue right now with Ollie's is what we're having all over. It's overseas, so the shipping was like $16 or $17, and I think the action figure was only, or the Transformer was only maybe 29 or 30. A little cool unboxing back to 1984, the Time Machine. A little versus new retro versus the original Big Daddy himself. A little bit of extra testing, you know. The new one, it won't shut all the way. The original Prime, nice and flush. The new one, you can kind of, it kind of rides kind of rough, kind of rattles a lot more, a lot bumpier. Again, even though it's the same exact blueprint, you can tell they've used a little bit cheaper stuff. Whereas original Prime, he rolls nice and smooth. And even though the box says 84, when you finally, and I'll put a picture in, when you zoom in on the bottom of the trailer, it actually says 80 and 82, and it does say that on both of them, but one is just has the T for Transformers 1 generation, I'm assuming, like I said, and I'll put that in there. I tried to video it, we could never get a large enough where you can see it, so I did take a picture. And then this one right here actually has T2, but they both say 1980, 1982. And then they have Hasbro in there, and then they have the Japanese company, I believe it's Teeeker or Teeeker, I don't know how to say it right, but I said, did a little more testing after I turned it off. So, but again, for the price, if you can manage not to have to pay a lot of shipping, it's a cool little replica. You know, good to sit on the shelf. You know, I know a lot of people out there don't want to mix originals with, you know, retros. And again, I don't know if this is the official retro or if this is just an Ollie's Express knockoff. But it is the exact same mold as the original. So I hope everybody enjoyed this. Teeeker out.